Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm turning a photograph of a corner shop that I've blanked out using Google Gemini into a Unreal Engine 3D playable game asset. And I'm just using Claude Code and the Unreal Engine MCP and Blender with the Blender MCP. I'm using the Opus 4.8 model to use as few tokens as possible as I'm developing this independent game on a budget. And this game is set in a UK city. It's a street simulation game. So you'll be able to do a variety of things to make money on the street. Check out my other video where I've done a demonstration of what you can do on the outside. In this video, I'm going to start building the next part of the game, the next scene of the game, which is the corner shop. So I'm asking Claude Code to replace the grey buildings at the end of this street with the new corner shop. I've uploaded reference images of the corner shop and a real world blueprint of the actual layout of the shop. So I'm just explaining what I want it to do. I want it to replace the buildings at the end of the road, and I'm trying to be as specific as possible. So I'm mentioning that it's where the red car is parked. Those buildings aren't going to be needed. They're the wrong shape and size. That was from earlier on when I was planning the game, before adding the terraced houses. I did get a comment about the terraced houses, and a guy who's experienced with graphic design did comment that Claude didn't do a very good job of the houses. And I kind of agree. It did take a long time to explain it, so that's why in this step I'm actually uploading the layout, the floor plan of the building based on a real building in my local area. So as well as the floor plan, I'm uploading a photograph of the outside of the building. I uploaded that to Google Gemini, and I asked Google Gemini using Nano Banana to edit the image to take away the sky, the pavement, all of the advertising, graphics, everything from the shop windows and inside the shop, and all the people, objects and cars on the street. So I got a very clean image of just the outside of the corner shop, and I'm using that as my reference image, asking Claude Code to build that using whatever method it chooses. It's got the option of using the Blender with the Blender MCP or Unreal Engine with the new Unreal Engine MCP. And as you can see in the output, it is currently just checking about the exact house that I want removing. And it is worth pointing out that at any time, if you're not happy with what the AI does, you can undo the last step. So you are free to experiment as much as you like. I just don't like to interrupt it while it's doing something, because I found out if you make any changes, it does get it a little bit confused and slows things down, uses more tokens. I am doing this on the basic subscription, and it's just come up asking me to run a script there. It's asking me to run westinventory.py, a Python script, to shift the major road to make that road bigger at the far right hand side. It's going to delete those buildings, hopefully the grey buildings left over at the end. And it's going to draw a new box for the shape of the new building, just to make sure that that size is correct before it starts with the design, because it's going to export that design from Blender straight into Unreal Engine and drop it, hopefully, into the correct place. So you can see it's thinking about doing the re-layout. It's asking me to run the script again. Now it's created a new script, and you can see that that's removed most of the buildings. It has missed a little, and it's dropped in the new shape of the building. Unfortunately, it is halfway across the width of the red car, so it's sticking out too far. It's checking its work, looking from above, and hopefully it's going to see that that building is halfway through the car, but it might not, so I might have to point that out. So it's capturing the screen now, checking the junction and the mass of the new shop to make sure that shape is correct. And of course you could do all of this yourself manually, and you might do a better job because it has missed some things there that should be quite easy to delete by hand. It's missed the roof and the chimneys, both sides, but that's because I wasn't absolutely specific, giving it a whole list of things to remove. Perhaps I should have actually been more general in my prompt. So it's asking me to check a couple of things, and I'm pointing out that that whole building needs to be pulled back off the road, and I'll point out that it has missed the roofs and the chimneys of those buildings. And if you would like to support the development of this independent game, I will give you a free copy of the game. Just send a donation with USDT using any of the networks listed in the video description. Also, let me know in the notes your email address, and I will add you to the list to get free access as soon as it launches. And please send a minimum donation of at least £1. The tokens are very expensive, and I would love to invest more, but I am funding it just with my day job because I don't know how popular this game will be. So far, I have got a good response in the comments on previous videos. Although they've not had a lot of views yet, the comment ratio is extremely high. So I do appreciate everybody that's commented so far and has given me some tips about how to perhaps do things quicker by manually doing certain parts. But let's just give this a try and see how long it takes. And I have edited this video down so that you're only seeing the action, you're not seeing all of the thinking that's taking place. In reality, it took about twice as long as I've managed to edit it down in this video for you. So as you can see in the chat, I am giving Claude Code some instructions, and I'm just checking the exact names of those items and putting them into the chat exactly, because I want it to do this as quickly as possible, to use as few tokens as possible so we can get hopefully the shell and interior of the shop done. So let me know any ideas that you might have for what can go on inside the shop. I'm thinking that the player will be able to buy drink and food, mainly snacks, although there's probably be some other staples for sale, and that will replenish their energy levels. I am thinking of measuring that energy in both protein and calories, so they have to get a good combination of both to stay healthy. And perhaps while I think about it, it would be good if they could exercise and add muscle. It would be, but I've not got to the stage yet of actually fleshing out the characters. That's coming up very soon. After getting this building ready, just got a few cosmetic improvements to make with some more objects. So far I've got the street lamps on there, and I've got wheelie bins outside the houses. It was very difficult to arrange those, but now they are hopefully not blocking the pavements too much. I might have to work on the NPCs autopilot so that they can navigate the streets and avoid objects and stop getting stuck in places. That definitely needs improving from playtests that I've done so far. So as well as that, inside the shop there could be other missions or other items that could be purchased. Maybe the player could get a job in the shop. Let me know what kind of features you think would work. And do you like the name Shotterz for the game? Because I did think as well that Roadman would be a good name for the game as well. So let me know if you prefer Shotterz or Roadman. The problem is there is already a game that's called Roadman. So I think the answer may be Shotterz. And I have thought that this will be based in a city called Oakhaven, which is a slight nod to the place that it's actually based on. I won't say more because I want this to be recognisable to everybody who's ever been to the UK or has seen UK inner cities. There's going to be different areas with different looks that resemble different areas that you might find familiar, hopefully. Let me know if there's an area that looks anything like this where you live. So it's come up with a plan now of what it's going to do next, and it's actually done a very good job of analysing the reference image that I supplied. It's come up with quite an architectural plan for the building. So it's going to create a canted southwest corner with the recessed corner door facing the junction, a ground floor shop front, upper floors. It says a hipped slate roof and brick chimney, and I can see it's drawing it as a rectangular cube, so that is not correct. It needs to be a slanted roof actually. And it says the interior according to my floor plan. Hopefully it gets that correct as well, because there does need to be a door and a stairwell and staircase. I don't think I've given it specific enough instructions, but it's already thinking. So it's cleared the buildings now from the corner. There's no remaining roofs or chimneys floating. It's positioned well, and I like the fact that there is that alley there. It's going to give the opportunity for exploration around the back of the houses. It's going to reuse the terrace materials, including the brick wall and roof slate and stone. So it's now creating a script so that I can place the new building into the scene in Unreal Engine. Now, if you're experienced at 3D design, obviously this would have taken you perhaps only seconds, but I can assure you that it would probably take me a long time. That's a lot of staring at the monitor, concentrating, and after a full day's work, I don't want to be staring at the screen too long if I can avoid it. So even though this process is admittedly slower than doing it by hand, it does allow a hands-off approach, and it's interesting as an experiment to find out what the capabilities of Claude Code are using the Unreal Engine MCP and the Blender MCP, because it's a very new way of coding, vibe coding, and it allows anybody to take their game idea and turn it into a playable game, whether it's just for yourself and your friends to enjoy, or if you want to make it into a commercial venture. Whatever idea you've got, you can actually download the Unreal Engine game development platform for free, and it's from Epic Games, and they will only charge you any royalties once you've earned $1 million from your game, which is a very generous amount. And after then, the royalties are actually very reasonable as well. You would think that maybe they're going to charge you 90% or something, but actually the percentages are very reasonable. So check that out on the Epic Games website. If you search for Epic Games Unreal Engine, make sure that you download the proper version. It's free of charge. You just have to create an account with them, and I'm not an affiliate, not being paid, but just showing you my experience using it and not hyping it up, not making it sound like it's going to be one prompt and you get a fully working game that's awesome to play in seconds, because so far, although I've seen very impressive looking games that have been developed from one prompt, I don't think they've made actually playable games that somebody would want to play for a long time or to pay reasonable money for. To do that, you do need some human intervention. Every single little thing needs thinking about, and it requires a lot of time and tokens. So we've got the shape of the house. I mean, we've got the shape of the corner shop with the houses above it, but we've not got the doors yet. So I'm pointing out that we do need the door, and the door has to open for the public when the shop is open. So I want the door to automatically allow people in between 7 a.m. and 11 p.m. And I want internal lights put in. We may as well ask for them at this point. And I want it to look like strip lighting. In the houses, I asked for lights, but they've not appeared as an actual light fitting, rather just light being emitted. So that's something I need to clean up in the next art pass. But we've got to decide, what are we going to do next? Are we going to set up the corner shop, maybe put a person in there, or should we first of all get the little things done like litter and items on the street, a few plants, or should we skip next to seeing if we can set up some realistic looking people as the NPCs? And what do you think as well? Should I have actual characters in the game? I'm thinking of having specific characters that have their own appearance, routine, everything like that, rather than just maybe procedurally generated NPCs. I think it's probably better that they have character, but please let me know what you think about that. So I'm describing the shop. I'm going to call it Boss Man, because obviously that's what we all call the guy who works at the shop. So we may as well call the shop Boss Man. And I'm asking it to put some advertising signs on the shop as well, so that we know it's a corner shop. And of course it sells the obligatory vapes, fags and booze. Let me know what else you think the shop should sell. Maybe chocolate bars, drinks, energy drinks, milk. What else? Something that the player can just pick up and eat. As I move out, I see it's made some striking mistakes on this building. There's a lot of mistakes actually. As you can see, there are circles on the first floor windows. That's the second floor to any American viewers. And the second floor, or top floor, has got bricked up windows. The brick texture on the building is magnified far too highly, clearly. And the top of the building is ridiculous. It's obviously misinterpreted the picture. So I need to get it to fix these things next. And also I've realised it needs to extend the building along the main road to the right hand side to fit in the staircase, because the staircase is not in the shop showroom portion of the building. It's actually at the back, so that building needs to be a little longer, which is my fault for having a mismatch between the reference image, which it's done quite a good job of replicating, and the floor plan, which did include the staircase. So I cropped the building incorrectly, which is, I think, caused further confusion and is wasting tokens, because that means I've got to give it further instructions. One tip that I've found for saving tokens is to compact the conversation every so often. A lot of tutorials miss telling you this. So you just type \compact and then it will compact all of the conversation, which could be up to 1 million tokens, and compact it probably very small. And it saves everything important in certain files, such as all the different plans. So it does remember everything important between sessions. If it does forget anything, then it may have to rediscover that information. So it's asking me to check this, to run the script, and then to check the sign placement is correct. So let's see. It's importing everything new. There you can see the, you just saw the lamppost and the bin as well close up, which from this view you can see is placed very neatly along the street. I need it to jitter those a little bit to make them less tidy. And hopefully collision will work with these bins, so they might possibly get moved if people keep colliding with them. And if you drive into them once I sort out driving. But before driving, we definitely need to add more streets and different types of buildings. Along the main road, I'm thinking of having a row of different kinds of shops. So please let me know in the suggestions the different types of shops that you think would be fun in the game. So I'm giving it some instructions to fix the issues. It was a bit confused actually. I didn't realise. It didn't know where to place the vapes, fags and booze adverts, so I'm pointing out that should be at the top window and asking it to fix the roof. putting angled rather than slanted to try to be as specific as possible to avoid any ambiguity. So it's actually been thinking for 1 minute 50 there, but I've edited that down. And it's realized what I want to do. It's building Python code and it's using Blender. So it's now editing the model using Blender, executing the Python code using Blender, and hopefully we're going to get that roof fixed. I'd love to be able to enter this shop by the end of the video, and it would be fantastic if we can walk up to the next floor as well. I'm thinking maybe the player could get to know the shopkeeper, and after a while the shopkeeper might offer use of that top floor perhaps for a fee. So I think this building is going to be integral to the gameplay experience. So far in the game there is the ability to make money by dealing in certain products on the street, shall we say, and there is the ability to enter your own house, which has an extension for a kitchen that I'm going to fit out and an extension for a bathroom. So that house needs fully fitting out with several hiding places that you might want to store items. But there is the crime system as well, the heat score. If the heat score gets to 100%, then the police will arrive, and currently they confiscate everything that you have on you, but I'm going to change that so that the police will actually search the house and find anything that's not hidden very well, and probably repeated raids by the police would lead to a new scene, which would be a courtroom. Let me know if you think that's a good idea in the comments, or if you've got any ideas. I did think about an ankle tracker as well, which could effectively enforce a certain area that you're allowed to walk in, and if you try to walk out of that area, then probably the police would arrive and soon catch you. So it's now created a new script, place corner shop. It's already placed, so I believe it's edited that script, or I've ran the script already. It's now using Blender. It's actually fixed the roof. It's not perfect still. We've still got those circles on the windows. We've got the bricked up top windows, and the texture of the bricks is far too big. It's now working on building the door to work and the interior room, including a doorway. I do hope it's doing that correctly. I've spotted something else as well. There is a rectangular grey box near the car which needs removing. That was from when the cars used to be a grey box. So now there should be 3 different types of car. There is the basic car that you can see there, a red one. Then there is a police car, which is shaped like a Skoda, a high-power Skoda Octavia, and there is a Range Rover Sport style car, which is the supplier or dealer's car. So yes, that's the cars so far. I do want to add lots of other different kinds of cars, so there's more variety of the types of car parked. So I'll base that on styles similar to top UK selling vehicles or the most owned vehicles to give it a realistic feel. As you can see there in the bottom left hand corner of the playable screen, which is the Unreal Engine screen there where you can see the game, you can see there is a UK street lamp which is actually based on a real photograph of a UK street lamp, so very realistic, and hopefully they will automatically come on at night. If not, I need to get them to actually work on a sensor so that when it's dark enough then they will come on just like they do in real life. That would mean that certain areas have lights coming on slightly earlier than other lights rather than having them just set on a timer. So it's just checking with me the size of that building and the windows. So I'm confirming that I do want the windows at the bottom of the shop to be transparent. I want them to be reflective because I want the player, although it's a first person game, I would like the player to reflect in reflective surfaces. If you think this might be possible or not, please let me know in the comments. But as I say, before we do that, we must get to the next step of skinning the NPC characters so that they do look like a realistic human. I'm not going to use meta-humans because it is a long process to create every person with meta-human. Instead, I'm going to try to use Claude Code to make the people using Blender based on a reference image, or I may use an AI image to 3D generator to try to generate that. So I might compare using Tripo and getting Claude Code to design it using Blender, and maybe I will use the Fable 5 model, which is supposed to be better at generating complex things like that. Let me know what you think regarding that in the comments. If you've had any experience making characters, I want it to have a gritty, realistic look. So if you've any ideas of the best practices for doing that, again, please let me know in the comments. So Claude Code says that I've given a good, clear set of fixes to do there, which is good. I've been specific. I did point out that I did get a couple of errors when I was playtesting, so it didn't catch those messages. I'm going to have to give it the exact error text. But let's have a look at what it did. Still got those circles on the windows. It's now rebuilding the shop, so we should see those circles disappear from the image at the top. It's now using Blender, executing Python code, and yes, it has removed the stray circles. But we have got bricked up windows. Those windows are still not correct. So yes, it's doing a disappointing job at modeling the house. Perhaps I should have been more specific and told it that it should have those transparent windows. Next time, I'll give a lot more detail, as well as the reference image and the floor plan. I'll try to give a full, detailed description in the text as well, to see if that improves the next building. Let me know what you think we should do as the next building. I've just had the thought that perhaps a pub would be a good building. or another kind of food shop, or different kind of shop even. Maybe we need a what do you call it? A pawn shop where you can buy and sell items. That could be a very good idea. Which shop type should I do next? Bear in mind, well, we could move on to the next shop, design, and then the interior of the shop and the actual gameplay of the building later. It's possible to do it in any way. And I must admit, this is in some ways more enjoyable than playing a game, because you've got the total freedom of what you want to create. Similar to Sims, but you can actually create all of the gameplay as well. We're focusing on building design in this video, but in other videos I'll focus on the gameplay design as well. So I'm just looking at those error messages, and I'm going to give a description of the different errors that are popping up to see if Claude Code could fix that as well. Because it does look like the building is ready pretty much. So let's see if it can just fix those errors and then actually give it a play and see if we can explore this new building, the corner shop, the Bossman corner shop in Shotterz, the UK street simulation game. And you can watch the other videos to see earlier on where this started off as grey boxes with a basic gameplay. We've now built a mobile phone, UI, a user interface that is functional. You can approach pedestrians and have conversations with pedestrians. You can recruit them as customers. You can do it by soft sell or hard sell. Now, am I about to come up to the limit? I'm out of usage credits, so let's play the game. And you can see at the top of the screen it has come up with that error message about non-nanite marking job queue overflow. So let's have a look around. Let's see the front of the shop. Oh, that looks fantastic. Not perfect, but it looks a bit like Hugo Boss, doesn't it? It doesn't look quite like a corner shop. Let's see if this door works. No, I can't get in that door. There's the back of the building. This is the alleyway. There's a person there walking up the street. That's what the NPCs look like currently. Oh, inside the shop, we're getting NPCs dropping in, getting stuck, and there's no way to get to the stairs. We're missing that back door. So there's a back door there, but it doesn't go to anywhere. So maybe this is due to the mismatch I mentioned earlier between the reference photo of the building and the floor plan, which were not the same size. I made a mistake there. So we're going to have to come out of the game and actually navigate into the building to check it out, to see if there is that building there or not, if there is a room there or not. Oh, it looks like we're in the shop. We're in the shop. That's strange. Oh, and through this wall we're back outside again. So no, it's not built it correctly yet, and we're out of credits. So let's check out the first floor. We're out of tokens rather. Oh dear, the building is not correct inside either. The first floor is, but I mean the ground floor is, but the first floor is lacking walls. It's lacking the interior wall and the top floor as well. It has got a roof, and the roof is quite well shaped actually. So not a lot more work to do, but unfortunately we didn't get it all done in one session. So do subscribe and let's see if we get this fixed next time. Thanks for watching to the end, I appreciate it.